So Jenny, one of the things that I wanted to thank you for was, the opportunity to have you share your experience. Obviously, as a pediatric specialist, um, you've always been interested in looking after children, but where did your original interest in early intervention orthodontics come from?
Well, it started 2 years ago when I read a book. The name of the book is Jaws, and Dr. Sandra Kahn, and you are involved in that book as well. It was like a before and after, and beside other books that I read, and it was like I discovered a new path in my career. Somehow I've been practicing for more than 25 years, and I found that I can do something more for my patients. And the terms early intervention was like for me, it was like a magic sound. And it was funny because when I really made the decision, it was like all of nothing. I'm going with Simon until the end. And the first time that I got the first session with in the mentoring program, it was like I need to send an email to Kim because at that point I felt that I made the best decision, and it was just the confirmation that I was in the right path. And so far, I'm so happy that I made that decision that you tried to convince me not to do somehow. But yeah, it was really nice that I made that decision. Yeah.
I know early intervention isn't part of the curriculum for any specialty, whether it be orthodontics, whether it be pediatrics, certainly not for general dentistry. In fact, it's discouraged. The other issue, of course, is there are many people who are providing systems for early intervention. Have you come across any of those previously? Did you find them to be of use, or did you find them to be problematic?
When I started this journey, I started with a kind of system. I prefer not to mention the different systems.
Yeah.
But yes, somehow you feel that it can work at certain point. But at the end, it's not like you have the whole picture. This protocol is different because it's like a absolutely ABC of everything. And somehow we try to jump from A to D, but at the end, with the mentoring, we realize that we need just to follow every single step. And it helped us to gain confidence, and at the end to have more predictable results. So of course the previous ones were useful, but not covering everything. So I feel more confident now, and I feel that I'm in the right way. I'm following every single step, and at the end, for me, is easier than anything before.
One of the things that that has become an understanding for me is originally I thought sharing knowledge was enough, and that if I shared the knowledge, it would spark the interest in yourself or the other students. But I realized with knowledge, you can encounter confusion. And unless you understand that knowledge, that confusion anchors you and stops you from moving forward. I knew that I could share the knowledge. I could help you understand the information, but I can't share my experience because you have to live the clinical day-to-day life to gain that experience. But of course, as with any supervised mentorship, I don't have to have you absorb my life's work. I just need to give you the tips so that when you work wet-handed in the child's mouth, you can make your records, and then we can speak about it every 2 weeks. And hopefully, does that make the difference, do you think?
Beside the distance, you are able to understand me and I'm able to understand you because we are speaking the same language in terms of pediatric dentistry or early intervention. So it's easier. And at the end, when you are learning something in any process, you, even though that you know everything or you study everything, you need to feel that you are not alone. And something that I really like about that, about the whole process, is beside that, the company that I have every 2 weeks with you, I can go back to the presentation when I have any doubt. For me, it's a good advantage, of course, yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, I really appreciate you taking this time and sharing your experiences, and it gives me feedback.
If I have just to give an advice to somebody else, I think the same, I would say the same as you told me at that time. Just think about it. If you want to go deep and study and really work hard, and once you are convinced that you want to do that, go ahead, because it's going to be worth it. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, thank you, Jenny. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.